So recently, one of my subscribers wrote me, and I mean, it was a regular letter. I'm not going to share the letter, but it was pretty personal. And she was asking me, like, how does she get guys to like her? And at the end of the video, she revealed to me that she was 13 years old. And I was just kind of like, whoa, you're 13 and you're already worried about that? But then I thought back to my childhood when I was like 13 years old. And what was I obsessed about? Girls, sex, and all that stuff. Like, it was all over my mind. I couldn't help it. And to be honest, when I was that age, the internet had just became a thing, like a real thing. Like, it was like it was AOL, but it was still a thing. You could look up whatever you wanted. So at that point, I had never like touched a girl, never had a kiss, never had sex or anything like that. So, you know what I did? I would go to forums and look up like how to get girls to like you, how to be a pimp, you know, how to have cunnilingus. You don't know what that is? Look it up when you become an adult, but right now don't do it. Just don't. But to be honest, these are things that I looked up, and I would study it like I was crazy, and I was obsessed, and I was just like so spent. Like, I remember I would go on my live journal and complain every day how girls didn't like me. It got to the point where I was buying girls things with money I didn't have, because at that point I was 13, didn't have a job, and there's this one girl that I liked a lot, right? And she didn't like me back. But I thought that what I could do was buy her jewelry from Claire's and tacos, and she'd be into me. So if we go to Taco Bell after school, me and a bunch of group of people, I always buy her food. I also go and buy her like little like jewelry stuff, and I would get the money from my mom for lunch for the week, but I would actually not eat and go and buy her stuff with it. Now, that sounds a little pathetic, but that's where I was at that point. But it just goes to show you how obsessed 13-year-olds and people of that age, and even like younger, can be about trying to get a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And the one thing I can say looking back on it is that I wasted a lot of my time and energy doing that. Now, it didn't make me a better person. It didn't make me a stronger person. It didn't make me a more awesome person. It just made me someone that was obsessed with something they couldn't have. It made me depressed and sad, actually, that I didn't have a girlfriend and I never would get one. It made me actually more desperate than I would have been had I just focused on the other things in my life that I was good at, you know? And I guess I want to just say to you and anyone else out there that's watching this, is like, you know, I don't know, even, honestly, I'll be honest with you. I feel like you shouldn't even worry about dating until you get to college, because the likelihood of a romance in high school working out is slim to none. And the likelihood of you making a mistake at a young age, if you're having sex younger than like, even college, but younger than college age, it's pretty high because you're not as educated as you should be. And I just feel like you and all of us really could just spend our time in such better ways than focusing on trying to get that. Like right now, a lot of you guys may or may not know, I am divorced. I was married. I'm not anymore. And I spent a good portion of the time since I've been divorced trying to get a girlfriend, trying to find someone, trying to be, you know, that guy that gets the girl finally. And I'll be honest, I've wasted a lot of energy and time. I took time away from you guys. I took time away from YouTube, which is in part like a big thing in my life, and part a thing that I'm gonna stake a lot of my future in. And I was willing to give that up to meet a girl. And I realize now the error of my ways, and the fact is, I have my whole life to meet girls, you know? My dad was 44 when I was born, meaning he met my mom, or they got together, when he was in his 40s. So I can do that, right? Yeah, I hope. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is, I just think that people need to try to find other ways to spend their time than focusing so hard on looking for somebody. Because when you're looking for it that hard, it's going to be that much harder to find. You know what I mean? Like, the things that you want sometimes just do happen to fall in your lap. Things you want just happen to be happenstances. And I'm sure, it's a good motivator to get you out there to meet people, to do things, but you shouldn't be going out there to try to just like find the love of your life so quickly. Just because your friends and everyone else has a boyfriend or a girlfriend doesn't mean you need one. And this is going back to the stage of people who are like younger. Wait until you're in college at least. Just chill out. Have fun, play video games, go run outside, break things, like, you know, just do what 13-year-olds do. Don't be so obsessed with getting a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I promise you it will happen eventually. And to be honest, you'll be a more awesome person by the time you're older anyway. Because me, at 13, looked a little something like this. Now, I'm not saying that this is an improvement, but this is an improvement. I finally got, you know, confidence. I feel good about myself now, and I'm much more equipped to be in a relationship than I would have been at 13, you know? So I'm just saying, think about things, take your time, Don't rush into them. Enjoy your life. I'm telling you, a boyfriend or girlfriend will not bring more joy into your life than you can bring to yourself. I promise that. I promise. I just want to say that because it kind of made me think like, man, I was that person at one point. And I wish there was somebody there to tell me, yo, little homie, just chill out. Just chill out. All good things will come in due time. I know your hormones are racing. I know you're like, oh, look at that boy. Oh, look at that girl. Oh, look at me in the mirror. I got pimples. No. I know all that's happening. I know that. But if you put some perspective into it, things will get better. Things will be okay. And that boy, that girl that you let go by probably won't amount to anything anyway, because, you know, people tend to be losers one day or nothing. Or not. I don't know. I shouldn't say that. They might become president one day. Maybe I'm screwing up your life, but just take a chance. Take a chance to listen to some random stranger on the internet who just may have experienced these things and lives by the police because I'm black. Thank you. I use teleport. I'm not sure what being black had to do with living by the police, but I said it, so I can't take it back. But anyway, the overall point is I want to talk to you guys more about this. So how do you guys feel about, you know, finding love and boyfriends and girlfriends and all that stuff and doing it at a young age? Let's talk about it down below. I'm finally going to integrate my channel with Google Plus because I can't say no more. So down in the description will be my Google Plus account. Please go and add yourself because that's the only way you're going to get my videos guaranteed because YouTube doesn't give them to you. So if you want to see me, go get on the G Plus, dude.